Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and this is Happy Ghost Reacts. Today we will be reacting to episode 4 of Mob Psycho 100 called Idiots Only Event, Kin. Last episode was a lot more than I expected, to be honest. To begin, we saw that the jock club that I was giving a lot of crap to initially, full of a lot of nice people. Like when Mob couldn't keep up with the physical demand of their training, and they brought him back and said keep an eye on him. So at least the people I least expected to care about Mob actually went out of their way for him, because like I keep talking about, he just keeps getting used, which is one thing that bugs me, but I'm sure I'll get over it, or something will change. I don't know. I mean, after seeing last episode when he's finally been pushed to that 100%. I did not expect that last episode whatsoever. Seeing him get to that 100% was crazy. Leading up to that was him getting pulled into this, like, basically a cult basement area of this building called the LOL Club, or LOL Group. And turns out, I mean, I kept going back and forth during my reaction. I did not know whether or not this was the first time we were seeing another true psychic and they were using their powers for evil, or if it was a spirit. I kept going back and forth, and eventually it was confirmed that it was a spirit named Dimple. And we see it being explained to us what exactly that meter is of Mob's, which is essentially just him bottling up emotions because he's too afraid to show them, because if he does, that's what happens. At 100%, he showed his true emotions, and it was rage, which was crazy. His whole tone of voice changed. He didn't sound like Mob. He had this crazy, like, the only thing I could compare it to is like Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan aura around him, because it was like making his hair fly up like it does in Dragon Ball Z. And he just was super strong. It was absolutely insane. I wonder what the difference is between this 100% to the one that they showed us in the very first episode, in the very first scene that we're ever shown of this show. Because like I keep saying, I think that's like a tease of like what it is at his max potential of power, was that there. And we're kind of given like an the ending of what his true potential is, and then we get to see that story of how he becomes that strong, or allows himself to tap into that psychic potential. I could be misreading that, but he was completely blacked out in that opening scene, and he had white eyes. He looked like an evil spirit, for lack of a better like a comparison. But yeah, he was pushed to 100%. He kind of did what he did in the first episode, where he didn't really, I mean, he thought he killed it, Dimple, and then his explosion percentage reset at the end after some kind words from Reagan. Finally, something positive, instead of using him, using Mob, that is, saying that he solved a problem that only he could have fixed or helped. Even though he felt bad that all of those people were just happy, it was just a facade, because they were all under the control of an evil spirit. But then at the end, he went from 0 to 20% because Dimple came back in somewhat of the same fashion as that little blue, well, not little blue, it was like the boss spirit of the Death Specters, I think the name of the bike club was. Yeah, he came back in that little ghost, small little ghost form spirit thing, and then his percentage shot up to 20%, and that's where it left off. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen now, because the spirit's in his room as he's supposed to be going to school. I assume that we're going to have something with that this episode. So without further ado, let's get into this episode of Mob Psycho 100. Let's go. Black Vinegar Middle School.
The guys from Salt are crazy strong! You must be Salt Middle School's Tenga the Demon! Come on, that all you got?
He looks like Metal Bat from One Punch Man. Ooh.
Whoa, that's Teru for you. Yeah, but isn't this
Whoa.
kind of overkill? It had
Yeah,
to
a
be
little
done.
bit.
Like these, you're out of their league. They'll suddenly bow down to you like completely different people. The same way that all of you guys did. Not to mention, it's never a bad idea to have a bunch of fools indebted to me.
Yo, his voice actor sounds... Is that the voice actor for Light in Death Note? He sounds so familiar to me. And if he is, that's a really funny like thing because of the episode I just watched of Death Note. Because I was like, how does Ray not recognize the voice? And that's all I'm gonna say for those who are crossing over between my Death Note and Mob Psycho reactions. Like, oh, I know that voice. It sounds so familiar. So if it is Light, that's kind of funny to me that I was like, oh, how did he not like get the voice? Anyway.
Hey, wake up!
Okay, so this was at the end of last episode. The
Good
Dimple,
morning.
yep.
Lovely day, isn't it? Hey, partner? Hmm? You want a shake? What are you doing?
Oh my gosh!
Hold on! You startled me. What was that for?
Wanted to make sure I wasn't dreaming.
Well, you're supposed to pinch your own cheek and slam me around.
Yeah.
I have an ambition too. To stand tall at the top of all creation. Basically, God's my dream. I fantasize about the day I finally become God.
Oh,
Sounds like somebody else I know from a different anime that I was just talking about.
Year 1, Class 3, right?
yeah?
I'm Misato, Year 2, Class 1 from the school.
Oh yeah, the girl who took the pictures at the LOL community.
Exorcise the evil spirit, haunting the confines of this photo, and I'll need about 2 hours to perform the rites.
Graphic exorcism!
Yeah. Photoshop.
Special moves. Editing photos with CG software. Making them look perfectly natural.
Sounded like One Punch.
Master?
Bob, I'm a little busy right now. Give me a sec.
Wait.
Is this gonna be his first time? He's not gonna be able to see him.
Master, I've had this spirit stuck to me since this morning. What do you think I should do with it? Maybe erase it or...
Huh?
You won't be able to see me, you fake.
Yeah.
It'd be too weak for me to see it.
What?
To put it in perspective, it'd be about the same as a ladybug on your shoulder. Do whatever you want.
Lucky
Interesting.
you. Now don't cause any harm and I won't erase you.
Man, he even fooled Dimple there.
Shige made my whole world seem normal. Psychic powers were a perfectly ordinary existence for me. Because I'm his little brother, I thought that I'd be able to use them too. That's what I wished for.
He's disappointed.
Who cares? Popularity? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Psychic powers, those qualities are cheap.
This is one of those classic cases of like flipping perspective. I don't know the way I want to explain it. But they both have what each other wants, and they don't really care about what they have.
What did you want with the Body Improvement Club anyway? This is no place for a bunch of delinquent thugs like all of you guys. Unlike the lot of you with no ambition wasting your little lives away, we try to
Dang.
better ourselves.
Yeah, what about those guys over there?
You want to talk? Let's go outside.
He totally dodged the question!
He's sticking up for them. Body Improvement Club, really cool.
Listen, this is lower body strengthening month, so we don't have any time. We are way too busy doing squats.
Squats, are you kidding me?
Can't skip leg day.
What did you say?
Y'all about to get beat up twice.
Say no to violence.
He stopped Yamazaki with one hand. What? That one guy obviously hasn't improved his body. Shigeo, you aren't actually aiming for this mindset, are you?
Ooh, we went up 8%.
Say that to sound smart.
That word in that poison phrase came up in class, too. Guess Tenga's actually paying attention. Who'd have thought? Dummy.
Well, now they're beating each other up. He really does look like Metal Bat.
There it is! Demon Rush! Take a special move of repeated punches! It's legendary, rarely seen by the human eye! So it becomes less rare if he just uses it whenever, like now! No!
He hit that dude 100 times?
Tega?
That's pretty nuts. This is probably from Dimple. Oh no.
This is
Probably a love letter. They spelled the door wrong.
a door. What?
Though the whole thing is definitely fake.
Huh? This is a lie?
That's an angry guy's handwriting. It's clearly a fake love letter.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I think it's gotta be those other middle schoolers because they were targeting mob out of them.
We received a challenge. The only person I know with handwriting anywhere near this bad is Onigawara from Salt Middle School.
He doesn't give up.
Yeah, I was. I don't know why I thought it was Dimple. I mean, he's been talking all this malicious stuff against mob.
My plan is so perfect that I scare myself with my own genius brain. Now we wait for them to take the bait.
Yeah, and that's even like a fish version of mob. So yeah, makes sense.
Fall for it. I wrote "I'm a girl" on it to seal the deal. And I added a heart.
Ooh.
A girl wouldn't write "I'm a girl." Seriously, no one's gonna fall for that.
Yeah.
But he did.
Well, you know, if a girl is actually waiting here, I'd feel bad.
I told you
I mean,
that's a fantasy.
noble mob.
You sure about one today?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you're from Salt Middle School, aren't you?
Captain Musashi, there's trouble. I found this under a dumbbell. Kageyama's been kidnapped.
Oh no. They're really. Oh, they're 100%.
To get Kageyama back.
Finally,
They're
just the two of
100%.
us.
Gayo, do you know any of these guys?
Nuh-uh, not a one.
Mob could totally handle this if he used psychic powers on humans, but obviously he doesn't.
When it comes down to it, I'd say you're screwed either way.
Ew.
Shigeo.
Gotta have some morals.
Guys from Salt Middle School are here to fight us.
Took
Oh
you long
boy.
enough. Let's put these punks in their place and finish them off.
Actually, we got a problem. Onigawara didn't show. But these guys in short sleeves and shorts who I've never seen before did. One more thing. They're insanely strong.
100% pumped up.
These guys.
Oh my. They're here for my boy Mob.
Who are you?
Respect.
Salt Middle School's captain of the Body Improvement Club, Musashi Goda.
Captain Musashi? I wasn't expecting to see you. What are you guys doing here?
That's
Start
Kageyama.
running some errands today. No big deal.
This guy wasn't a helper at all. He was a landmine. Damn. Onigawara tricked us, that bastard.
It looks like you're not hurt.
All right, Kageyama, let's get going.
Okay.
We need to get back and work out.
Can't miss leg day.
Stop messing around, you jocks! Do you think that we're just gonna let you leave here? We're all gonna beat you into a big bloody pile! Don't get him, boys!
Body Improvement Club's about to wreck y'all. Excuse me. Whoa! Just like brushing off their shoulders. Dang. Yikers.
Did some stray gorillas wander in? Do I need to tame them?
Teru, you're here!
You aware of the term organized violence? Those pieces of trash you see lying around before you are the symbols of my authority within my life at school. And now that you've shattered it completely, you've basically thrown mud in my face.
Wait, it's not Light.
One of these delinquents too?
Is this L's voice actor?
He's our shadow leader, the one and only Teruki Hanazawa!
This is.
Teru!
It's somebody from Death Note.
Tough, so please teach them a
Ugh.
lesson!
I'm pretty sure it's.
Dono, today marks your last day as leader. You just can't cut it.
Huh? No, wait a second!
It's L. I'm sorry I'm so focused on that.
Dignity on the line here.
Yes, it's L.
Hey, look like doesn't feel right to face someone with such a frail body, but
I feel like he's a
Society
psychic.
always underestimates me. People never try to look beneath the surface. Fools. That's why you're so easy to control. One doesn't take the spotlight because they're the star. They're the star because they take the spotlight. And once that light finally shines onto you, bugs with low IQs will always flock to it.
I still don't know if... No, it's not L. That's Light. I keep going back and forth. L's voice is a lot deeper.
Hurry up and crush that pretty boy!
Yeah, he's a psychic. So this is where Mob's gonna be able to show his true powers.
That's insane. It was just a slap, but it packed a real punch.
But he's a psychic.
Swings like a bear.
This is where Mob's actually gonna be able to
You
help.
monster!
Well, I'm impressed. You managed to blow us away despite the weight difference. You must have some uniquely excellent musculature.
Musculature?
Yikes.
You little bastard! I'll send you to hell! Demon Rush!
It's literally doing nothing.
They aren't even reaching him!
Muscles and fighting techniques, huh? Average people are so sad. Now it's my turn.
That was close.
Oh my gosh.
Some leader. Wow, at least one of you is pretty tough. What's with this guy? His presence barely registers, so I didn't even notice him. On top of that, why is he tied up? You shouldn't use them against people. What are you talking about?
And he recognizes.
Your psychic powers. The ones that you've been hitting them with. You should never use them for fighting.
Exactly. 45, 28 to 45. Oh, I feel like that's gonna be the end, or not the end, excuse me. I'm gonna put these back on because I have this like thing right here. I don't know how I scratched my nose, but yeah, I feel like this next episode is going to be them two facing off. We finally met another psychic, and he's breaking the #1 rule that Mob follows, which is to not use it against people. Live on this on this recording, I'm gonna Google this because I want to know. What is this episode? Is episode 4. So we're gonna Google this. I want to know that voice actor. Huh. Oh, I feel so stupid. I knew I recognized the voice. That is Sonic. Speed of Sound Sonic from One Punch Man. Yeah. I feel like such an idiot now. I feel like the biggest idiot. Anyways, besides the point. So this episode we really get to see that the Body Improvement Club, they really are like the best friends you want to have. They showed up on a moment's notice to protect Mob, and they got their asses handed to them for it. But yeah, we met another psychic, which I'm very interested to see how this is gonna play out. And then Dimple is got malicious intentions for Mob. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Yeah, he's already gone from 20 to 45% in one episode again. And seeing as this other psychic is using his powers against people, I can only imagine he's going to be pushed to his limit once again in an effort to defend his friends and himself from this person who is using their powers for negative reasons. I suppose the other interesting dynamic of this episode is learning that both of the brothers, Mob and his brother, they both envy each other for what they have and would trade what they have for what the other person has, which is, I mean, that's not uncommon in real life. A lot of people wish they had what other people had and vice versa. So yeah, I just feel so stupid. I was like, whose voice is that? And I just kept thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna make a comment about it because I feel like the people watching the episode, if you don't get to this point in my post discussion, you're gonna be like, oh, he's an idiot. So I feel like one. Don't worry. That's gotta be. Unless I'm wrong again, and I'm a bigger idiot. But I guess I'll learn whenever this goes up. So my final guess is that was Speed of Sound Sonic's voice, because I had to sit there for a minute because I was looking up the voice actors between the two and they didn't match up. So yeah. Until next time with episode 5 of Mob Psycho, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.